You're right.
We are live. PGA Championship. Xander Schauffele is on 16 right now. Did you just see his shot? Is that what you're commenting on?
Yeah.
How
far ahead of you?
Xander just hit right now for me.
Okay, so I only got you by like 10 seconds.
All right, so you can just commentate what's going on. So Xander Schauffele, not a great shot there into 16, but let's go back to a few of the guys in the beginning that we had this week or that we've been impressed with this week. And I'll start, dude. Bryson DeChambeau has impressed me all week. Like, it helps that we had him on our betting card. That definitely helps. But the fact that just the way he plays the game, and I think him losing the fucking hat, I think that's helped him an immense amount.
Yeah, just looking like a regular ass golfer. So Viktor's actually about to hit his approach on 18 here. Oh, it's headed high and right.
Can we wait on the comments? You want to just like let me watch it, or what's the story here?
Well, no, you said you can commentate. Holy shit, he's like 30 yards short of the hole too. So not a good shot. He may have caught it high off the face because he was just sitting in that first cut. I will say that rooting for Bryson is so much more fun than rooting against him.
100%.
Like, he's actually an electric factory. Holy shit, is he laying this up? I fucking hate this.
Well, isn't he like in shitty position?
Yes, it's a terrible lie. Oh, and he hit it like a low pisser too. Sit down. Sit. Okay, he's in the first cut. He can get that up and down.
How about that 8-iron a couple holes back? My God, after getting lucky like that in the trees, ball bouncing into the fairway, and then
just a gift.
And then turning that gift into what he did was incredible.
Oh, absolutely. So I got a few things to cover with Bryson. First of all, his lofts on his clubs. Have you heard it discussed on the broadcast this week?
I did hear them. I think they said it was a 7-iron was 26 degrees.
Yeah, his 9-iron is 36 degrees, which is a standard 7-iron. So, and I think like everybody on social media is like, oh, well, you know, he can call him whatever he wants. I legitimately think that he's basing the irons off of the launch that he's creating and the land angle that he's creating, because a lot of people don't understand the more speed you have, the higher the ball is naturally going to launch. So that's why he has the lofts cranked down and he actually hits it even further, because if his loft was 44 degrees on a 9-iron, that thing would fucking touch the moon every time he hit it. So that's why it's cranked so far down, and he still hits it super high. Like, he hits it plenty high. It's just kind of a repercussion of all the speed he creates. So that is the one thing I've seen on social media, everybody like talking shit about his lofts. It doesn't make sense for him to have standard loft clubs. Like, you can call it whatever you want, but he hits it so high and so far that if he had standard loft clubs, he would be hitting a pitching wedge or a 9-iron to the moon. So that's first thing. Second thing,
his ability to pitch and chip around the greens or do whatever he's been doing this week has been second to none. Everybody thinks that he's the world long drive type of guy where he just overpowers the golf course and then doesn't have a short game. There's a reason there's no world long drive guys playing the PGA Championship this weekend, but it's not the case for him. Putter off the green, wedge off the green into the hole on 18 yesterday to give himself a real shot. But his short game has been insane.
Yeah. No, his scrambling is phenomenal. One thing on him, though, another thing on him is it looks like all of his clubs are so long that I feel like there's sometimes where he just wishes that he could just fucking like choke down to the iron. And maybe it's just me feeling like that, because I definitely prefer like a shorter, like, you know, when you have a 2-footer, you want to choke down as far on that thing as you can and just make a small little stroke and tap it in. He's standing so far from a 2-footer that he makes everything look shakier than it needs to be. Okay, here's Viktor. Okay, so Viktor's he's going to have about 10 feet to tie the lead. Realistically, let's just talk live real quick. I think that they need to get to 20 at least, and I don't even know if 20 is going to be enough. Like Xander, ever since that fluke bogey on 10, he has looked completely dialed. He's not making bogeys. It would be very Xander fashion for him to bogey 18 because everybody's been, making par at worst, if not birdie most of the time or eagle. But I think they need to at least get to 20.
Yeah, 100%. Let's talk about, while it's kind of a lull in the action, waiting on Xander to tee off on 17. Let's talk about somebody that has absolutely no dog in him from my betting card this week, and that's Colin Morikawa. Started today with the tied for the lead. Everybody thought, and we'll give Xander Schauffele his flowers, whether he wins or not. This is 180 for how his final rounds have gone when he's been in contention in the past.
I've got Bryson hitting the shot real quick.
All right. What if he holds it out?
I'll fucking shoot through the roof. It checked up about 12 feet short of the hole. It landed in the upslope and just stopped. There, actually, Scotty Scheffler did the exact same thing on 18 from left of the green.
Yeah, but he had like 25, 26 feet.
Well, yes, Bryson, he's probably got 15-ish feet.
Oh, okay. That's not terrible.
It's not great, though. Like,
not great, but not terrible.
Lands in that little upslope and just kills it. But we've got 2 looks to get to 20. So does Bryson have it in him? And Bryson over the putter today has looked hesitant also. Like you see a few of these longer putts, like the deceleration, he's left a lot of the longer putts short. So obviously I'm nitpicking here. He's playing very, very good golf, but a few of these longer putts he's left in the heart. He could have a fucking generational round going right now if he actually got some of these putts to the hole that he was trying to hit. But back to Colin real quick. Dude, the guy just had a lid on the hole the entire day. He could not make a single putt. And you know what kind of mental grind that is, even when you're hitting it well. I think the longest putt he's made today is just outside of 3 feet, or at least that's what it was, at least 10 or 12 holes in. So, I mean, he's making nothing. And that grinds on you mentally because you feel like no matter how close you hit it, you can't make a birdie. And I think he's made 1 bogey today and no birdies. So, just a tough day for him. And he hits this high spinny fade, like super high, super spinny, but somehow he gets it out there with the driver. He must be swinging at least a couple degrees up on it with the driver because he's hitting that high fade. Here's Xander's tee shot on 17. Sorry, I'm in front of you.
No, that's good. Going back to generational rounds real quick. Let's talk about Shane Lowry and Xander Schauffele both firing major record number rounds. Does that I'm actually impressed with Valhalla. I know that the scores are low. I know that we talked about it on our pre-tournament.
My God, dude. It bounced back into the bunker. I'm sorry to cut you off. Xander's tee shot literally landed a foot out of the bunker. Like it looked like it was going to bounce into the fairway. It kicked straight back to the left into the bunker.
Uh-oh. I'm watching it now. Ball's in flight.
Come on. Okay, I got Bryson.
Oh, yeah. How does that happen?
Yeah, dude, I legitimately was looking up the fairway like it was going to keep going. Okay, here's Bryson with a 12, 15-footer. Looks like he's got it aimed about a cup outside left. He fucking made it.
Fuck yeah, Bryson.
Got it to 20. Come on. Oh, he just gave a big fist bump.
Oh, I bet he was hyped. I'm catching it right now.
Bryson, let's get Hovland in the party at 22.
Just for those of you that are joining on TikTok or on our live on our YouTube, I'm going to game 7 of Nuggets. Oh my God, last roll.
Yeah.
Last roll too.
I thought he was going to leave it short again. I was about to fucking end it.
I'm going to game 7 of Nuggets Timberwolves here very shortly. So if this is a playoff, there's a small chance that this podcast continues in the car. But
Bryson, dude, his emotion is just his emotion is off the wall.
Well, all week, dude. He golf is good when Bryson is good.
Dude,
it's an absolute fact of the matter.
He in Monday Q info, credit to him. I mean, his Twitter is always fantastic. We talk about him a bunch, but he said that he feels like the PGA Tour might miss Bryson the most. And I think that's a debate worth having. And Although Bryson hasn't been like a world beater recently. Like, look at him this week. Okay, now I got Viktor. He's got about 9-10 feet. Like 2 cups outside right. He missed it low. Never enough. Oh, and he hit it like 3 feet by.
Well, this isn't the time to say what I'm about to say, but Viktor Hovland showed some fucking dog today. We talked about Colin Mork having no dog. Viktor Hovland, we talked about it we were texting on his like 4th or 5th hole.
And I legitimately said he didn't have it today. And then he made that like 20-footer and off he went. Like he went on a crazy run, which was, dude, that was another note I had written down. I am so happy he went back to working with Joe Mayo. Like, it is
so he's done a full 360 now and is back with his original coach.
Yes. So the coach he was with at the end of last year, he left him for whatever dumbass reason.
I mean, he just won a tour championship. It's not like that was a big deal.
Yeah, like in his short game, it never been better than it was back then. On top of and he just missed it. Viktor just 3-putted from 8 feet. Wow, so that takes Viktor out of it. So now it's officially a DeChambeau Schauffele party. That is unfortunate. Well, I guess Hovland was out of it anyways when he didn't make that putt to get to 20, but
yeah, yes. Look at Colin, 14 under.
Fucking hack.
Floppy fucking Sunday.
But yes, him going back to working with Joe Mayo, like Viktor was legit. Not, look at Bryson is so hyped. He's given like the overhand fist bump like this. I'm like, it's a little painful to watch. But he's just so like awkward and weird in his own way. But I low key like love the dude. I'm doing a complete heel turn on Bryson. I think I like him now.
Yeah, so you like Bryson. This has been a great week for you. You're now a big Bryson fan. You said we needed a Scotty Scheffler scandal, and we got Scotty Scheffler in jail Friday morning, and now you're a Scotty Scheffler and a Bryson DeChambeau fan. So there's nothing you can say about those two guys going forward because you're now a fan of both.
Holy shit. Real quick, look at this replay of Bryson when he makes that putt. Look at the sweat marks on his shirt. He is like covered in it.
I think there's less non-sweat marks than there is sweat marks.
I think his entire shirt is just one big sweat mark. Holy shit, he is leaking through that thing. But yes, it was a great week for my golf fandom. And I'm back on Viktor. Like, I honestly think the tour needs Viktor.
It is kind of crazy to see these three guys basically, battling it out down the stretch. Bryson DeChambeau, Xander Schauffele, and Viktor Hovland, and to think they've only won one combined major.
Yeah.
And obviously that means 2 of the 3 guys are looking for their first ever major, but that's kind of unreal when it comes to, because the PGA Tour is and professional golf now in general with the 2 separate tours is such a wide landscape of players that like Xander Schauffele's had a borderline Hall of Fame golf career, won a gold medal, certain things that other players never have and never will. But Colin, now he fucking shows. He's gonna miss that anyways.
Stuffed one.
He's gonna miss that anyways. But he'll finish comfortably in the top 12. So shout out Bet365 top 12. Love the shirt.
I got Xander's approach shot right now. Out of the
shirt. Love the shirt, by the way. Coors, when you need a moment to chill. Bryson does not need a moment to chill. He does not need a Coors Light. But all of us watching on our couch need a Coors Light. We need a moment to chill.
Like backed out of this one. Oh, yes, he missed the green. I mean, he's probably going to get that up and down, but at least he doesn't just have a 15-foot 2-putt. Another thing, I like Xander's outfit. That shirt is fire. That it's like a nude. Would you call it nude, that color?
You like seeing Xander in the nude?
No, it's just like a good-looking color. It's a different color. Go fuck yourself.
I mean, it's fine. I don't know about the zipper scenario. It kind of looks
the zipper.
It looks like it's trying to be a jacket, but it's a shirt.
Well, so Nelly Korda rocked the same brand for a while, and I hate to say I think it looks better on women than it does men. But then again, I think everything looks better on women than it does on
I think most clothes do.
Yeah, that's totally fair. But no, I think Viktor coming back this week is huge for the PGA Tour. And I honestly just love watching the dude. He was striping it all week, couldn't really get it around on the greens. I mean, he made some putts, but I would say Xander's made the most putts today out of anybody.
Yeah,
Xander,
well, did you see Shane Lowry?
well,
how many feet of putts Shane Lowry made yesterday?
How many was it?
161.
Holy shit.
He had 24 putts.
That's averaging like 9 feet a hole.
Yeah, he had 24 putts on the day.
Yeah, like Shane Lowry, I looked up his stats. He was second in strokes gained putting at like 9.5 strokes gained on the field. Other than that, his ball striking was not crazy good. I mean, you always kind of know what you're getting with Shano. Like, he's going to hit it pretty fucking good. He looked really dialed this morning.
But it was typical Shane Lowry fashion today. I mean, I know he's won a major too, so I'm not going to shit on him, but we've seen this. We watch every PGA Tour event. We watch a ton of professional golf. You see it happen all the time where guys come out and their first day, they come out and they shoot it like an insanely low round like Viktor did, or excuse me, like Shane did yesterday. And then they come out and they're shooting a higher round today, and it's going to be like maybe even an over par round. He almost like holes it on the first hole. He's got like 5 feet and he misses it.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a comment on YouTube here from Sergio. You guys called it, said Viktor wouldn't do good, but saw him go off this weekend. Haha, crazy. Yeah, and I think I was the one that said Viktor was going to have a bad week. Yeah.
I mean, and honestly,
hand up. I was wrong.
I fucked up. I said Justin Thomas wasn't going to play well this week, and he finished like in the top 15. So we are the reverse that everybody needs. Like we need to talk shit about people to help their week this week, because that's really what does it. I've got Xander's shots. Oh, Brendan, what's your take on Scotty after finishing in the top 10 with the week he had? I mean, I honestly thought that he was going to come back and win the event. Like, it's pretty weird to not have Scotty in contention. Like, it just feels, it hasn't, it's only been
refreshing is what it is. As much as I'm a Scotty Scheffler fan, it's fucking refreshing watching. Oh, dude, he's backing off of it again. Xander is. You probably already saw his shot. I'm behind, obviously.
He's got, he hit it to like 3 feet. It's a tap in pretty much. It's not a tap in, but if he misses it, it's tragic.
So on a scale of like 1 to 10 here, let's assume Xander makes par on 18 or 17, or let's assume he makes par on 17. It's a tap.
Yeah, it's inside the comfort zone, but Xander,
let's assume he makes that, goes to 18. 1 to 10, 10 being he's full throttle all the way on the gas to make birdie and win the event, or 1 being he's happy with par and going to a playoff. Like, where do you think he sits? And this kind of speaks to just all professional golfers, but Xander Schauffele in particular never won a major, considered one of the biggest professional chokers on the PGA Tour when it comes to majors. And even, I mean, last week they commented on it today. He had a 2-shot lead after 7 today on Morikawa, who he was on the dog on the leash all day, dog inside the doghouse. But Xander had a 2-shot lead going into 7 or 8, last week at Clea Hollow. He had a 2-shot lead after 7 today, got up to 3 or 4 at one point, and now he's got to make birdie on the last hole in order to tie the lead. So where do you think he sits there?
I think that it's such an easy hole, relatively speaking. Like, I think it's all about trying to find the fairway for him. I will say that he's hit a few pushes off the tee. He's lost it a little bit right. And that's definitely got to be in the back of his mind. Like, I think he's going to aim it probably down the middle on 18. Let's see if Morikawa can make a putt. Oh, left edge.
Shocker.
Literally the story of his day. He is fucking probably ready to end it after he's just ready to get off the golf course. I mean, he's made 16 pars and a bogey today, which for how well he's hit the ball, very, very disappointing. But what were you just talking about? We were talking about
Xander's like want to go for make birdie on 18.
I think he's going to aim it down the middle. And if he tugs it, it's like he's going to give himself ample room. He's going to make par at the worst. Okay, Xander just made par. That's no surprise. He's going to make par at the worst, but if he hits it in the fairway, it's going to take an act of God for him to not make birdie. And I'm saying that tongue in cheek because I don't want him to make birdie, but I legitimately think if he hits the fairway, it's game over. Shout out to everybody that said there's a few caddies, I think, on Wednesday that said the winning score is going to be 20 under. They got that shit pretty dialed in. Probably going to be 21 under. We'll find out on 18 with Xander. But a few things throughout the week while Xander's heading to 18. Them not playing lift, clean, and place the first 2 days was criminal. It completely boned Brooks Koepka. Remember that 3-wood he hit out of bounds? It felt like he had a bunch of momentum. He gets a massive mud ball, hooks it out of bounds, and it really set him back to the point where he honestly had a good Sunday, but he was not able to really rebound and come back from that. Ooh, looks like Xander's a little bit in front of the tee markers. No, he's not. But the fact that they didn't play lift, clean, and place really was disappointing to me. I'm not like a huge fan of it. I prefer to see them play the ball down when they can. But when they're getting mud balls on every single tee shot, it's pretty much what is the point? Like, we don't want to take the club out of their hands here. Okay, Xander's hitting his tee shot. I think this is the championship right here.
Dude, how insane has it been watching Brooks and Viktor play together today not Brooks, excuse me, you had me on Brooks. Bryson and Viktor play together today where Bryson
and
was...
the tee shot is the left. Get in the bunker. Oh, he is going to have a terribly awkward lie. It is a foot outside of the bunker. His feet are going to be in the bunker.
Is he going to flip it over lefty?
No, he's not. He's just going to have to lay up, which is great.
Let's keep our mouths on Bryson for just 2 seconds until he wins this event. But, oh, yeah, that's going to be an awkward one.
That is legitimately like as bad, besides hitting in the water, is about as rough as it could get.
Bryson was just sailing the ball past Viktor Hovland today. And they made a comment. They're like, Viktor's not short. Nobody on the tour anymore is like short, but like Viktor's probably in the top 20%. And
he's around tour average. He's in the 175 to 180 range. But Bryson, and I was telling my girlfriend about this. We were watching it, and Bryson, I think was it 17? His ball speed was 196.
Yeah, I think that was the tops of the week. Was that
I
swing
think
right
he
there?
Was 80. They said he was 89 or 59 yards past Viktor, like a fucking borderline full club away from Viktor. Other side note, while I'm thinking about it, the fact that they were able to use rangefinders, I just totally forgot that was a thing this week.
Yeah, PGA of America rules, not PGA Tour, PGA of America.
And what do you know?
Proud Class A member here for those of you guys that didn't know. Proud Class A member of the PGA of America.
Well, and what do you know? They're at about 4 hours right now, halfway through the 18th hole.
This is good.
Yeah,
we actually had to move our live show up, which has never happened.
Yeah.
Never once in the history of Big Drive Energy have we moved the Sunday Live major show up 15 minutes.
Thagala just made birdie on 18. He threw his hands up.
Dude, what a week for him. One of the most humble dudes on tour came out and said, I don't think there's only 11 players in the world better than me at golf, which is kind of an insane thing to say, but that's just kind of who he is.
He's like a better Joel Damon.
Yeah. Yeah. But he had a great week. I mean, finishing in the top 12. What is he going to move to? 12? Yeah. Top 12 in a major. Hasn't really competed at one before. Kind of just burst on the scene a couple years ago at the Waste Management. But I know he's not going to be happy with the Sunday. Just like what I say, birdie in the first hole.
Stone for him.
But making birdie on the first hole, man, never good. Never a good thing. When he banged that 55-footer in, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, when he made that putt, I was like, holy shit, he could make a run. But oh, now Bryson is watching himself on the screen. It's like screen and screen. It's like the Simpsons thing where it's like a TV inside of a TV inside of a TV. What is Joker going crazy out there or what? Spencer's dog is popping off currently. It
must have been the mailman or something.
Okay. I wonder why is he there on a Sunday at 5:00?
I don't know. Maybe getting some overtime hours in.
Okay. I was making a different joke, but
I know. I get it. I skirted right past that.
I ignored that. Yeah, dude. Look at him on the screen in the screen. Like I can see 3 of him. I can borderline see 4 of him.
Nobody loves Bryson more than a little Bryson.
Oh yeah, he's like eating this up. This is spank bang material for him.
He's like, I get to see my own swing 4 times in a row, back to back to back to back.
Yeah.
Nut.
Oh, what else was I had another good point here. What is Xander? Okay, Xander's clearing out for Colin. He's like, get your shit out of the way, Colin.
Yeah, it's got to be pretty degrading to be like Colin Morikawa, where you're go to Sunday tied for the lead, and obviously not everybody's going to convert. Only one guy's going to win, but he's not even interesting at this point.
Yes,
he's literally in Xander's way.
He's an afterthought. Yeah, he's like, let me just clear this shit up. Another thing, the PGA Tour is so obsessed with 4 woods and 5 woods and 7 woods. I think Xander's fucking 4 wood is just a hybrid. Like, just call it what it is. I know hybrids aren't hot in the street right now, but they're like, he's hitting 4 wood. I'm like, I think it's probably just like an 18-degree hybrid. It looks exactly like a hybrid. There's nothing about it that looks like a quote unquote 4 wood. Like, what are we doing here?
Well, did you see? I forget what hole it was. Maybe 6. Let's get back to this, but I really like this golf course, especially for like even for a major championship. The scores are maybe a little low compared to what people think they should be seeing at a major, but I like the golf course. I like the risk reward holes, the views on a lot of like that. I think 6, that par 4 with the island green and the rocks looks incredible. But one of the holes
13 or 14,
13 or 14. I think 6 is kind of like that too, or maybe not, but fucking
maybe you just watch somebody tee off on the back 9.
Yeah, but either way, this golf, I've been impressed with this golf course, and I think it's a good major championship test. Not sure if we're ever going to get it again with the Louisville Police Department and their bag fumble on Friday morning, but that one hole Xander hit his 4 wood or hybrid or whatever he ended up hitting, and his ball speed was 177 with that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's so insane when you like think of PGA Tour players and you think of the guys that like the Bryson DeChambeaus that you think hit it long and everybody knows hit it long. And you watch Xander Schauffele swing and think he's one of the longest players on tour. And the dude looks, him and his caddy, by the way, have you seen their resemblance? They look like brothers.
Do they?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm getting a full view of Xander.
Look at his caddy.
He's got
short mini dude.
I'm so far past you. Xander's got 248. It looks like he has a long iron in his hand. I have no idea what he's doing with this, but the ball is like a good foot above him. He's only choking down like a couple inches.
Maybe he's got the mini club, the mini kid club in there.
Right, aiming at the right edge of the green. He is being very aggressive with this.
That's the 4th or 5th straight shot he's backed off of in this final round, in this final couple holes.
He likes it. Okay, so he's just short left.
So not on the green.
No, he's short left of it. Holy shit. Just an up and down for a major. No pressure.
Dude, I think he like kind of that suited his eye well.
Yeah, no, I mean he loves to hit rope hooks. He loves to hook it. So his footwork, that is one of the low-key impressive things we always talk about on the pod, but the difference, like the ball wasn't in the bunker, but it was in his feet were in the bunker, and your footwork in the bunker as a tour pro is so much different than like when you watch an amateur hit out of a fairway bunker. It's insane. Like that is really where the PGA Tour guys set themselves apart, is just contact out of a fairway bunker. You give a PGA Tour pro a wedge in a fairway bunker, they're going to hit it most likely inside of 20 feet. You give even a 5 handicap a wedge out of a fairway bunker, even a scratch golfer, there's a good chance they hit it 30 or 40 yards. Like the difference in contact is monumental.
Oh yeah, I think bunker play in general, they always talk about like how many birdies per round an average PGA Tour player makes versus a scratch golfer on your typical Muni or everyday course, and it's really not that far off. But I think bunker play this might be a hot take, but bunker play is by far, like if you give me a true scratch golfer versus a mid-level PGA Tour player, their bunker play is the one part of the game, the one aspect of the game that is the furthest apart in terms of like consistency, ability, all that kind of stuff. Because honestly, like over all the years we've watched the PGA Tour, when guys hit it into bunkers, unless they're hitting it like trying to hit a long approach shot into a green, maybe it affects them a little bit. But when they hit it like in a greenside bunker, I'm like, they're getting up and down. It's not like a extreme deterrent like it is for a normal everyday golfer. You know, you hit in the bunker, you're like, oh my God, like fuck me. These guys are just like, oh, this is a slight annoyance to my round.
Honestly, I think some guys prefer to be in the bunker. And I will say part of that goes into just the surface conditions. The fact that like these guys know every week on the PGA Tour, they know in and out what they're going to get surface wise. Like you may get a little bit firmer bunkers, you may get a little bit softer bunkers, but that is also another difference between the golf courses that amateurs play on versus pros. The fuck the Louisville Metro. What did that say? I'm from Kentucky, and I proudly say that. Fair enough. Sounds like somebody who's gotten pulled over in Louisville a time or oh, here's another thing. How do you say Louisville?
Louisville.
No, you have to say
Louisville, like an O.
Yeah, almost like an O. Oh, Colin's got another 8-footer. Congrats on the par, buddy.
We got some TikTok comments. What's going on with Xander right now? What is Xander at? Xander's at 20 under. Bryson's at 20 under. They're tied right now. Xander has to get up and down from about 40-ish yards, 30 to 40 yards, in order to win the major. Oh, Colin will miss that fucking loser. No dog. Absolutely no dog in the fight for fucking Colin.
Yeah, no, he pussed out all day today. And dude, once again, I'll go back to it. When you don't see anything go in, is there a harder round of golf than just slodging through the dog shit of not making anything? You keep hitting good golf shots. And I would almost compare it to hockey in the way of like, you keep getting the puck in the zone, you keep getting good looks, and you can't get anything in. Eventually that becomes momentum for the other side. Like eventually you're going to give something up that you don't want to give up. Okay, here's Xander's shot.
Well, and that's why I'll say it. I think it was huge for Xander to make that par putt on 6.
Okay, he's got about 6-7 feet. He's going to fucking make it.
Are you reverse?
I'm trying to reverse. I'm trying to switch back and forth, but I'm not. I just think that every single, and he actually played that shot the way it should be played, because everybody else, Bryson, Scotty, they've all gone too high with it. It's landed in that upslope and just killed it. He skipped it through that shit, skipped it over the upslope, and it actually released pretty well. So he played it well.
Let's see Bryson's reaction to this. So you're saying there's a chance?
He's just stoked to be
out there. A few more drivers.
He's just stoked to be out there on a track, man, on the camera. He's like, let's see how high I can get this ball speed right now. He's hitting him fucking 200 plus. You just see him out there just
5 ball speed on the range,
droning on the driving range. Getting back to Scotty Schauffele real quick. Uh, I don't think we could call him this, but is he a borderline caddy merchant? Like, is he Jordan Spieth and Michael Grower situation? Can he not survive without Ted Scott on the bag? Because first over par round in 42 rounds that he's played so far this year. Like it was a PGA Tour record.
His watching his caddy all yesterday, he had to feel like the biggest fucking heel ever. Because he's got the best player in the world. He's on the bag. Guy,
and it could not be his fault at all, but that's where everybody's pointing the finger.
Right. Well, that was the only, you have variable situations and you have constants. And he had a variable situation being in jail Friday morning and still shot under par. He wasn't in jail Saturday morning and ended up.
Oh, and made a putt.
Fucking 18 holes later. Nice T4. You fucking square.
Another thing, we got Thomas Dietrich T4. When's the last time you felt like you saw a golf shot from him? I mean, I know he's been done for a while. Okay,
I saw a good amount on Friday. Friday morning, Saturday. Oh, Colin gave the finger guns. Fuck you. Fucking finger guns. You lost by 5.
Fuck your finger guns. This should be like
a group and you lose by 5.
He's going to make it.
I bet this putt lips out. Xander's been the lip king whenever I fucking bet on him. Okay, can you hold it for like 2 seconds? Can you hold it?
Yeah.
I don't want you to ruin it for me, please. Just say when he hits the putt for you, and then don't fucking do it. He already hit it? He already hit it? Fuck. I don't have a good feeling about this. Oh my God, he lipped it in. This motherfucker right here.
Oh my God, dude. He fucking hits.
That was headed left. Bryson DeChambeau, fucking 20-1 out the window for the boys. Oh, how sad is that?
Xander Schauffele, like, this win does not make me feel any more confident about him down the stretch. Like, he held it together, but he was in the driver's seat the entire day.
Wire to wire. I don't think he was ever down. He was tied, but I don't think he was ever actually a stroke behind anyone. Yeah, dude, this guy. I'm actually really happy for him. Other than the fact that Bryson lost and we couldn't win. Like, we
got approached by the police officers and he like immediately the smile wiped off his face. He's like, holy shit, are these guys coming to arrest me? Oh, he's getting daps from whose caddy was that? Oh, it just looks like his buddies, all of his California friends and their fucking Kith t-shirts and all their bullshit.
Oh man.
We're a golf polo. Have some respect for the golf course. Fuck's sake.
I'm normally like really happy about Xander winning anything. And this
I have no problem with him winning. It's just the fact that Bryson lost in order for Xander to win.
Right. Bryson walked so Xander could win. Xander won the tournament. Xander 21 under, made birdie on the final hole to beat Bryson DeChambeau by 1 shot. And the Big Drive boys have a fucking T2 again. Shout out Bet365 though. Promo code ALLCITY in all caps. Gets you a first bet safety net of $1,000 or $5. A $5 bet gets you $150 in bonus bets. Use the code ALLCITY when you sign up. Must be 21 or older. Please gamble responsibly.
Off the top of the dome.
I did. If you're someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700.
Okay,
so hotline will not give you picks. I've tried.
We've tried that. It doesn't work. So let's see where Xander ended up for the week. Strokes gained wise. He gained 4.4 off the tee for 7th. Approach, he gained 7.9 for 3rd. Around the green, he was 41st. Strokes gained putting, he was 4.8 strokes gained. So 13th, and overall strokes gained was number 1. So that checks out. He won the event.
that checks out.
He gained more strokes than everybody, so he shot lower than everybody else. But let's look at Bryson's week real quick. I want to see what he looked like. So strokes gained off the tee, he was 6th. Actually, his approach was 34th, so that was somewhat of a struggle. Around the green, he was 6th in strokes gained around the green. Holy fuck. I still can't. They just replayed the lip in. If that would have lipped out, I would have fucking jumped over this table and dumped my fucking drink everywhere.
At least we finally got, we've been doing this for 3.5, 4 years of majors at this point, live Sunday shows, and this is maybe one of the better finishes we've gotten ever.
Yes. Yeah.
It wasn't a slog, like boring finish, like, oh, Scottie Scheffler's winning by 6 strokes. What are we going to talk about for the next 45 minutes? That was a pretty gutsy. That was what is that? A 180, not a 180, but what's between a 180 and a 360? No, 270. That was a 270. He went in on the right side of the hole.
Bryson just walked off the driving range. You watched him make that putt and just walked off. I mean, credit to Bryson. So driving distance, no surprise. He was 330 yards off the tee average this week. That's fucking bananas at sea level.
That's insane.
In fucking Kentucky. Look at Colin smiling and shit. Be pissed off. Get pissed. You suck. No, I mean, he's won 2 majors.
He fucking didn't have it all day. He would have been the first.
First 3-time winner of majors in this decade.
Yep.
Which is actually pretty wild to think about. I guess Brooks got hit one of his in 2019. Or 3 of his. They must have been before 2020, which is wild to think about. But Bryson was number 1 in scrambling this week. 18 of 20, 90% scrambling. So a lot of credit to him. I mean, that's insane. So Xander Schauffele, they're showing FedEx Cup points. Xander jumps up to 2. He's still 1,500 points behind Scottie Scheffler. Still just a fat grip behind Scottie. I am very happy for Xander. I'm very happy for Xander. He has like stayed the course. Everybody's talked about him choking. He's gotten this complex about him. Everybody thinks he's going to choke. He commented on it a couple weeks ago when he was in contention and lost. He was like, I'm drinking the haterade myself. I'm not I haven't closed anything. So there's Xander, the fist bump.
He went to It's Just Golf at the end of the day yesterday. He pulled a full LeBron James and It's Just Golf. That was not, if you had a ticket on him, that was not what you wanted to hear whatsoever.
You're like, it's just golf. Hedge that shit.
Yeah.
Hedge it out. But yeah, I'm very happy for Xander. There's really nothing to dislike about the dude. He seems genuinely like a cool guy. There was a few times he looked a little shaky today. I will say a turning point for him that I felt like could have gone the other way was I think it was either the second or third hole where him and Colin both drove it left in a tough spot. Xander somehow, I mean, he hits it far enough to where he only had like 160 in on like a 490 yard par 4. He had like 160 in. So he got it in the back greenside bunker, but he still had a tough bunker shot for the up and down. He hits it to like a foot. And it really felt like that kept him on track because I think he makes a bogey early. He starts pressing a little bit, but.
Well, in the 6th hole, he made like a 12 to 14 footer for bogey or for par, excuse me, to avoid that first bogey. And that felt like it kind of flipped a switch for him because then he started making, I think he made like 4 or 5 putts in a row between 10 and 15 feet. And he was, I mean, ball striking wise, just from my eye and obviously the shots that they showed us today on the broadcast, he was the best at, he was making every swing the right way. And it was frustrating. And I remember it because, I'm rooting for Colin, of course, with the ticket on him. and Colin and him are playing the same group, and Colin keeps hitting good shots, and then Xander's just better. Xander was just better, and Xander didn't have the normal like lipping it out, like lipping it in. I mean, shit on 18, but he didn't have his typical Sunday. The only bogey he made was on 10, and that was on a lip out after a pretty close, short putt. So
Yeah, no,
I got to give him his flowers, man. It's good for it's good that he won a major, and I feel like he can breathe a sigh of relief now.
Yeah, no, it's good for the PGA Tour, and I mean, he shoots 65 on Sunday to win a major. Bryson shot 64. It wasn't like there wasn't low rounds out there, but for him to shoot 65, he went and won it. Like nobody else lost it. He simply played better and put himself in a good enough position to where he came out victorious at the end of the day. Also got to give credit to Justin Rose. Like the dude won a US Open, I think 10, 12, not around 10 years ago. I think it may have been actually 2014, but the guy is just like a stallion. He's in his mid 40s, and it just feels like he's always going to be there down the stretch at majors. His game is just super solid. He putts with that weird ass putter. But I just wanted to give Justin Rose some credit. Other than that, what else? Is there any other notes on the week this week? I mean, we already did the Scotty Scheffler, game time recap, but you got anything else other than that?
No, I mean, a couple of the lowest major rounds of all time this week. I think overall it was a great tournament. Everybody was kind of shitting on the golf course and shitting on the venue, and I thought it was awesome for major golf. I thought it seemed like every par 4 was either drivable or it was 540 yards. Like it was insane. Some of the like I can only imagine some of the guys they didn't show are like the PGA of America pros that were like hitting 5 woods into fucking par 4s.
Imagine Blocky probably had hybrid into every single par 4. But if he hit it as far as Rory, he would have won.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
So crazy to realize that.
Well, and who was it today? Toasty, that just fucking drove the green on 6, just didn't give a shit.
Once again, like 14 or 15, but
dude,
you're right there.
Bro, I think you're wrong on this.
Did you watch so many guys tee off on the back 9 that you just thought that was the 5th or 6th hole?
Oh, fuck. Maybe
it's legitimately on the back 9. But yes, he hit it to like 4 feet. Another thing completely non-related to this golf tournament, but I saw it on Twitter or X, whatever the fuck you want to call it, in the middle of this back 9. Rory and Amanda Balionis, Renner, this chick who's doing the trophy presentation, there's rumors that they're having an affair.
Uh-oh. I did see something like that. She changed her name and some other things.
Well, she's getting a divorce. He's getting a divorce. And apparently he was caught in the town that she lives in California, which he has no reason to be in, like on days that he had no reason to be there. So I'm not saying it's true. It's not true, but
allegedly.
Talk about some high school drama on the fucking PGA Tour.
Allegedly. That's what's happening.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying anything's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's a rumor. We're allowed to talk about tweets that are rumors.
Yeah, rumor mill. She's sad that Rory's not getting this trophy.
Yeah, she might.
I mean, a solid week for him, up and down, very roller coaster Rory scenario. But after winning last week, I thought he was fairly impressive this week.
Yeah, I mean, he could have played a lot worse coming off of a win, but
just a hell of a leaderboard too. If you're a casual golf fan that knows the big 20 names on the PGA Tour that are still there, and then the guys that went to live. Great fucking leaderboard. Just a good week overall. The PGA Championship kind of redeemed itself in my mind a little bit this week.
I would agree.
Just in general, as like we always call it the redheaded stepchild of majors. Well, it still is, but it's better. It was a great product this week.
It did the chores well this week, and
it's getting extra allowance. Its allowance is getting bumped to 10% for next year.
Exactly.
All right. Well, that
real quick, that was the lowest 4-day total in major history. So we just witnessed history for that reason.
Do you think that's just going to keep happening though? Like that's a time thing?
I don't think, and that is the big area of the internet that's like moved the PGA Championship back to August. Because think of how much different this golf course would play on a baked out day in August versus a soft day in May. So I don't necessarily, I think this is somewhat of a one-off, and they'll probably, obviously they can't control the weather. I can't control the weather, Jackie. Can't control the weather, but they may, who knows if they're going to move it back to August or not, but the PGA Championship is going to play easy if they keep having it in May, because they have it on, generally in spots where it is wet. It is, and these dudes are so long nowadays, they can get at any golf course, like second longest or longest major championship venue ever. And it's the lowest score. So it just goes to show you length and score mean nothing at this point.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that wraps it up for us this week, PGA Championship. We appreciate you all tuning in, everybody that tuned in on TikTok Live. We're going to start doing that every single major as well. On the podcast, check us out at Big Drive Energy Golf on YouTube. We appreciate you all tuning in. We'll be back on Wednesday with our normal Hump Day Wednesday episode, catching the rebar from this tournament this week, the fallout from whatever happened at the PGA Championship, and talking golf. And I am headed to Game 7 of Nuggets Wolves, so there's a chance this is my last podcast ever, but we'll find out.
Am I gonna have to find a new host?
Yeah, you're gonna have to find a new co-host because
shit,
it's fucking better end well.
Godspeed.
All right, we're out of here. We'll talk to you guys on Wednesday. Peace.